Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Forza Horizon 5 to take a look at another brand new truck added as part of the latest festival playlist, which is this classic 1970s Chevrolet K10 pickup, which all you had to do to obtain was to get 20 points in winter season, but that is now over, so you no longer can win this vehicle. But similarly, we got the Ford last week and the other Ford the week before, and next week, or this week rather, because the video is slightly later this time round, the Hummer EV is available until next Thursday. Video on that coming very soon. So yes, although it's a new vehicle, it is another pickup truck, which is beginning to get a little bit repetitive at this point, but I'm not going to complain. I know some people are super into these trucks. They're just not personally the kind of things I would like to see added, but they're all new, so it's great to see. This time, though, it's an older one. It's a 70s truck rather than 80s, and Chevrolet, of course, rather than Ford. This Chevrolet being slightly smaller than the Ford from last week, less kind of off-roady-ified to the big Ford, but unfortunately still weighing a ridiculous amount, as you might expect, at 1,785 kilos. And given its huge 5.7-litre engine only manages to produce a tiny 175 horsepower, it's incredibly slow from standard, so unsurprisingly it's rated at D369. As you can see, there are no advanced painting options for this truck, but there are a few quite nice manufacturer colours. There's the red we have on from standard, of course. There's a sort of silvery white, a black, a rather nice blue, a sort of mustardy yellow, which I think I'm probably going to put on this, and also a lovely green colour. In terms of upgrades and visual kind of mods, there are, of course, the new pickup trucky options. So there's the bash bar with the lights for the front, and the off-roady rack tent thing with many things on it for the back, as well as the older Forza-style rear things. There are also a few engine swaps, as you might expect, a V8, a V8, and a V8, if you want to swap out your V8 for a V8. There's also your usual rear-wheel drive swap and aspiration conversions, as well as the new tyre profile options, and everything else that you would expect is pretty much. So, first off, we took this Chevrolet in its stock configuration and took it for a drag race against the Ford F-150 80s truck from last week and the International Scout, which is ridiculously fast in Forza, to see how the Chevrolet compares to those two. So I think what we've discovered is, as time's gone on, cars have got slower.
Yes. This Scout is so overpowered. You know what it's like? It's like you're on the Cupra.
Yeah.
Formentor. And that's interesting. I saw someone do a drag race with the Formentor for the Urus.
Yeah.
The Urus, I didn't only come back. I think it was about 110. And it still beat it.
I then decided to modify the truck to B-Class to go and actually do some of these Pathfinder accolade achievement-y things, because I keep forgetting to do them, basically, so I decided to do it straight away with the new vehicle, which it's perfect for.
Do you play the crew too much?
I haven't. I need to... well, and the finish is this way. Oh, that was the world's easiest Pathfinder.
Super free. I think we need to modify our car split. I mean, to be fair, I could, because International is quite a good off-roader car. I could just download a tune.
Got to the point where we want race cars in Horizon. I mean, yeah, but
well, if you
I
think
don't
about
understand what they're
Horizon 3
doing. Cause they're just
loads of race cars.
They're just adding in a load of the cars that are supposed to be motorsport exclusives. But anyway. And whilst I was completing the Pathfinders, I thought the truck felt pretty good actually for B-Class, so we decided to go and do some B-Class open cross-country racing with that and a few other vehicles to see how it fared. Just like the Ford last week though, I suspect it'll be quite good.
Will we try take cars that
Oh.
were used in the Tormentor challenge? Oh. Ah. Oh no. Oh. Okay. I put it in
Why is this
reverse to
going
try.
well?
Yeah, I tried to correct it. It didn't work. I ended up putting it in reverse, and I just went backwards. There's someone in the UK who had one of them as a daily. He
Oh
didn't.
yeah.
Well, he had a crash in it, and he's rebuilt it. But I think he's trying to still rebuild it. Don't think I was around, and that was happening.
No, it's like February last year, I think.
Ah, okay.
That's one of the best races we've had. New Ford Broncos around this track.
Actually, that would be interesting. New versus old Broncos around this racetrack. Well, upgrade the old Broncos to the same PI and horsepower as the new Broncos. Actually, it looks quite nice in yellow. Or gold. Is that gold or is that yellow?
I think it's slightly metallic. I think it's kind of gold color. Oh wow! How did you not land on me?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's my favorite of the manufacturer colors. I quite like the green as well.
Yellow the green. You know what it reminds me of? The early BMW colors. Stop
really like the
smashing
old
into
ones.
me for
I'm trying
God's
to
sake.
get over here to get the corner.
R6 and 7 C8, not the performance version, the standard version. Because I know the performance has like wheels that look like HRE wheels. HRE 5, 6-spoke wheels.
And that is going to do it for today's video, taking a very first look at the new to Forza 1970s Chevrolet K10 pickup truck, which is quite a cool thing to have, but a bit like last week's Ford, it's not a car I'd particularly be interested in, or truck I should say. But yeah, it's pretty good. Smaller, lighter, older truck is good in B-class racing, much like we found with the Ford last week. This time though, doing cross-country instead of road racing, which I suppose kind of makes slightly more sense. But yeah, a lot of these smaller, lighter, older trucks are quite good for that. But also fun to do the Pathfinder in this new vehicle as well, and a few other little challenges with it. So yeah, it's a cool truck, but yeah, not necessarily the thing I'm most excited about, as with the previous ones. Next week, though, we have the Hummer electric truck, which there will be a bit video on very soon. For now, though, for a very first look at the Chevrolet, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.